Yo, what's up, AU? AU? Am I saying that right? What's up, dude? How are you? It's been a couple days for me. Been super busy. We'll play some Poo 2 tonight, at least to start with. Haven't found the time. Headed to D&D? Oh, man. I haven't played D&D in so long. Oh, yeah. I hope you have fun. Where's my... My Chatterino is not working. Why is that? Restart it. Thanks for the alert, dude. Enjoy the D&D. Huh, that's weird. Well, anyways. Thanks for checking in, AU. Let's get a tab open for some music at some point. I think we're going to listen to some Czarface tonight. That sounds like a good idea to me. Yes, yes. There we are. Anyways. Welcome back to this Valheim channel. We're going to play some Poo 2 tonight. I've still been hard at work on this character. I don't really know why. But I picked up this chest. Cannot be chilled or frozen. Apply additional curse. Lightning skill chain an additional time. And it double corrupted it. Did not get the third socket. But it's still pretty good. It allowed me to save 3 points from my Whispers of Doom. Kind of crazy. 80% resistances. Fire resistance needs a little more, but maybe like a corrupted jewel or something. I've been working on this helmet for a long time. I finally got it. Triple res. 450 energy shield. I really wanted a third socket, but I had to enchant it first. Did not get the third socket. However, I got plus 29 to spirit, which is also kind of crazy. But currently what I'm doing doesn't really call for more spirit. However, things that have been killing me are increased elemental application, map mod, something like that. Anyways, shock and ignite, where I'm pretty sure the two biggest ones killing me. So that extra 30 spirit let me reduce those by half. Not too shabby. See, I finished the ring on the last stream. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I've dumped a shitload of currency into my mage blood. Oh, I think it's in here. Just rolling it, trying to get something. I don't think this will sell at this price, but I ran out of divines, so I might as well put it up for sale while I'm rolling it. Because if I do get to the point where I transition from Adonia's to Rare Wand and Wrathpith, I do need a Mage Blood, so I don't really want to just sell it. So either I roll it, I can sell it for profit and buy a new one, or I roll it and I get the mods I want for the next part of the build. Which it's kind of looking like I'm not going to get that far anyways before the new PoE expansion comes out, or League. But that's okay. Didn't know what else to play tonight. So that's what I went with. Why? Go back. Go back. Said I wanted Czarface and it immediately went to something else. There we go. That's some expedition somewhere to do. There we are. All right. Gonna start off with one of these. Bondrune. Soul Rune. Reroll. No opulent. Swear I never get opulence anymore. It's like they don't want me to do expedition anymore. Yeah. Almost. Leave that one. No. What's this? Oath Rune. I guess at least these last few have opulence built in. What was this one? Ah, good enough. We're gonna mess with it too much. Now, where is... Oh, there it goes. I'm not sure if I'm going to play this the whole time. I think I might do some Pal World at some point. Or maybe Valheim. I did get on Valheim a little bit the other day off stream. Started working on my dock. I thought if I could put a... I tried to put a bonfire in a room of glass for like a lighthouse type of effect. And it looks cool, but it doesn't really work. It doesn't really shine through the glass like I thought that it would. What is this? 3x. Uh, my man Beethoven had a fucking sampler. Guess we gotta travel either way. No belt. There's an opulent. course, we get it here. I guess, yeah, we'll re-roll these for the opulent. Nothing. It feels like I'm moving so slow for some reason. Are my boots broken? Did my little booties break? Oh yeah, one more. Why am I lagging now? So we gather these all up for the boss. I'm sure it will be worth my time. Move, balls. The temp change? I keep getting temp change? Is that why my it's broken? Let's do a tier 16 for this. Why not? Nope. Oh shit. What do we got here? 3, 6, 9? Is that a Knowles? Perfect Exalts. And a fucking Oath Rune. Okay. Ooh. And an Opulent. Nothing up there. Psh. Yeah, Death Rune. Orloth. Something. Uhtred. Belt. Let's see, what were these two? Oh, right, the Opulent over there. Hmm. I don't think I'm gonna be able to end. Oh, I end on this one. see. Why is this? It's like weirdly pulling away. Can't get all the way over. Fuck it. We'll just go with that. 3 divine. A little something out of it. I keep selling my Alder's Sagas. I save them. I'm like, I'm going to use them to do Expedition. And then I'm like, oh, shit, I need 15 divines for this. And then I end up selling it. Always broke. Life regen. Of course it is. I don't know. I never find Vile Rubs, so I guess I'll do it. Do one of these boys. Yuck. Yuck. Disgusting. Life. Didn't think I was going to be able to reach them all. I don't really know what attack is cutting straight through to my life bar. Right? Like, am I just... All damage is taken from mana before life. So what the fuck is hitting my life before the mana? I don't understand. I don't have any life cost on any of my spells. Hmm. What do you think? Is it going to be crit? Huh. Nope. It's alright. I would have failed the increase effective suffixes anyways. Just saved me some pain. Ever played any Diablo games? Yes. What's up, Matthew? Sorry I didn't, I was supposed to play Undertale the other night. Like I said I was, but I just had a lot of shit's been going on at my house lately, so I wasn't able, but yes, I pretty much grew up on the Diablo games. Lots and lots of Diablo 2. I actually quit my first job to play Diablo 2 all day, every day. I played a lot of Diablo 3, and I played some 4. I think, like, 4's not bad, but I think this is the second season that I've skipped. Which I guess is not necessarily skipped. I can still play it, but I just haven't wanted to because PoE 2 has been so good. And then the PoE 1 league is next week, so I probably won't play this D4 season. I did stream quite a bit of Diablo 2 not that long ago on the channel. I played one of the, not this ladder, but the last ladder when they brought the warlock out, which was pretty fun. Ooh, bad reroll. But yeah, I kind of do like variety. But ARPGs is definitely my thing. Like those are my favorite kind of games. I think it was like the third video game that you played was Diablo 3, where you got your username from. You still need to get around to playing 2 and 4 some more. Yeah, 3 was pretty good. Not at first. 3 was horrible at first. But once they fixed it, I think 3 is like the perfect ARPG for someone that's never played them before. Uh, it's just really good for new players. It's really easy to get into. Oh, dang it. And two is quite difficult. So I like 2 a lot. And 4 is fun enough. 4 is more of a casual, like Path of Exile. There's not really anything casual about it. You know, it's for the hardcore ARPG fans for sure. And Diablo 4 is good for, you know, like a week or a weekend. Let's see. This is probably a bad idea, but I'm going to go all the way down here. But yeah, if you like those and you've never tried Path of Exile, you're missing out. Path of Exile is the reigning champion of those types of games. Like, by a lot. In my opinion. Let's see, can I? Oh, it's just a little. Well, this one's a bust. Which I'm super excited for. The PoE 1 League starts next Friday, I think. Which, that's my favorite one out of all of them. Used to be Diablo 2. Now it's definitely Path of Exile. PoE 2 is certainly moving up there. They've been improving it leaps and bounds every time. Like every time they bring an update, it's so good. So they're definitely headed in the right direction with PoE 2. I think let's try it if it's on Game Pass, because you only play on Xbox for your stream. It looks like it'll be fun to start. Yeah, it's just there's a learning curve there for sure. I don't know how much you've seen, but like, so this is your passive tree. So when you level up, like level 2, you get 1 point. And then as you level up, it's very intimidating, all of this stuff. But it being that in depth and huge allows for so many different things. You can make all kinds of crazy builds. A lot of variety. Yeah, exactly. And you know, you don't have to play that way either. You can just follow a guide. There's plenty of people that make guides. So you can just watch a video or like, you know, see me playing this and be like, that's what I want to do, and just follow along is also. I usually start with a guide when I play. I've tried like just straight up making my own builds, and it's really difficult to do. Mine never turn out that great. But I'm pretty okay at like troubleshooting, so I can follow a guide and then be like, okay, this this item is not accessible to me because it's too expensive or I can't find it. What can I do to get around that and still do the kind of the same thing, stuff like that, troubleshooting, which just comes, from experience and putting time in playing it. But I mean, I've been playing PoE 1 for years and I have like 6,000 hours, and I still learn new things. There's still things that I haven't done. There's just so much. There's so much to do there. And PoE 1 has even more variety than 2. But I mean, 2's a lot newer. It's only been out for a couple years. It's not even technically in full release yet. I do know with 2, they usually do like a free weekend with every patch or every like update. Uh, excuse me. But it won't matter come December when the full release comes, because PoE and PoE 2 are both free games. And they don't have, there's no pay to win. Like, you can go to the money shop. The one thing that's pretty big is stash tabs. You can spend money, and that does make a pretty big difference on your gameplay. Just its quality of life. But other than that, everything else, these are just skins. It's just all skins, like Warframe. I don't know if you ever play Warframe. And everything else is free. Like, you can do the whole game. You can do everything for free. Might for a guide, just adjust as needed. You played a lot of games, character variants, yeah. Just get lost in a lot. Just never gotten good at it. Yeah, yeah. I use a lot of. It's called PoE Ninja. Oops. Using a lot of third party stuff is really good for PoE, but so like I'm playing similar to this guy's build. There's a bunch of different ways you can build it. But you can see, like, what support gems he's using, what points he's doing on his passive tree, what gear he's using. And then you can go, you select the league, and I'm a Gemling, and then I can say, I want somebody that's using Wrathpith Globe, which is a unique item. And I can check out, I can see what other people are doing to help me get ideas for solving those problems, And you'll often, spending some time looking around through these, you'll find all sorts of different solutions that people are coming up with. It's pretty nice to be able to look up other people's characters and see. But then you got to be careful sometimes too, because sometimes you can get baited and you look up someone's character and you're like, yeah, that looks great. And then you get it put together and you realize it's bad. That does happen too. Ooh, we got Opulent Rune right at the front. That's really good. And we have increased rarities. Whoa. Yo, bro, just want to show some real love for your stream because you genuinely got crazy potential and I'd love to connect with you, a top Twitch streamer. Oh, he's going to take me to Streamer University. Thanks, bro. That was a very large spam message. But yeah, if you like I said, they're free to play. PoE 2 is technically not free to play right now because it's in beta, so you have to pay to get beta access. But in December, when the full release comes, it'll be free to play. So feel free, if you do play it, stop by. I'll try to help you. Or you can do like, group play, or I can try to help you as best I can. I'm not the most knowledgeable best person, but I get by. I get by good enough. I do all right. Oh shit, I don't have any more rerolls. But yeah, hopefully, I think maybe tomorrow night or Monday night, I'll continue my Undertale playthrough. Because Undertale was gifted by Chatter. Shout out to Mimsley. So I want to make sure I'm playing it when she's going to be around. I don't think she's going to be around tonight, so I would like to save it for that. What am I? Oh, yes, I need rerolls. There we go. And then hopefully after that, I don't know. I probably won't still start Deltarune right away because the PoE 1 League starts next Friday, and that's dangerous for me. If I start another game, I will, and I'm really enjoying the PoE 1 League, I'll abandon it completely and disappoint everybody. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to do any false advertisement on this channel. There will be PoE. Lots of PoE, probably. All my rerolls are bad. Kind of decent-ish. One. Try to end on that one. Also bad. All right. So we want... Start with the opulent. Get all of these. Let's see. Let's try to go up here. Wait, was that the one to end on? I guess it was. I hate how these... They like get stuck. Like I should be able to do the next one up here. But because there's this little pathway, it's like broken. Will that be enough? Oh, it's just straight up broken all the way through. Okay. So let's try to go this way. There we go. Say this for Undertale Deltarune until you complete the games fully, all routes and do stuff. Do not look through the community because there's a lot of spoilers. Oh, yeah, yeah. I've been staying away. Like when I raid out at the end of the stream, I don't raid anybody playing Undertale because I don't want to see. Which really I don't know how YouTube works because we definitely had a lot of people trying to spoil in the stream last time. It was kind of annoying. Like I get it, people are excited and they want to say, you know, they want to help, but yeah, some people were being a little too much. Like let me make the wrong choices. Let me experience it, please. Like what was it on the game show one? Somebody was just straight up saying the answers. They were like, "It's B C A B or whatever," and I'm like, "Whoa, hey, thank you, but I don't need the answers." It's certainly one of them games where it's definitely better to like. And I've never gotten to a point where I feel like I needed a guide, so it's not like trying to do a quest in Dark Souls. It's not like that. You know, where some of the quests are so difficult, and you make like one wrong move, and you got to start the whole game over. Which, of course, if you play through, you know, Dark Souls or Elden Ring without looking anything up, you don't really have that problem either because you just won't know about it. But yeah, for sure. I've stayed away. I haven't watched no videos, no stream, no rating out to other people playing it. It's gonna be just limited to me playing it on my channel until I'm done at least. And then if I decide to do, if I decide I want to play another playthrough, and then I'll go from there. But you try one of the Dark Souls games? Is it fun? Oh, dude. Some of the best games ever created. All of them are so good. It's another one of those kind of like PoE, but in a different way. It can also be intimidating and challenging to get into. But once that formula kind of like clicks, once you sort of start getting it, then you're gonna have access to all of them because you'll understand at that point. So the difficulty, yes, it will be a thing, but it won't really be a problem anymore once you get to that point. Because I know the first time I ever played one, it was Demon Souls on PS3, and I heard it was like the underground best game for PS3, blah blah blah, and I bought it. And I think I played it for like 2 hours, and I was like, "This game fucking sucks. It's too hard. I can't play it. I can't play it. It's impossible. It's not fun." And then I got really bored one day, and was like, "You know what? I'm gonna give it another shot, and I'm gonna stop being a little bitch, and I'm gonna really, really sit down and give this game a shot." And you know, I stopped dying as much. I started making progress, and then now I've played I played all of them multiple times. I mean the freaking the next one is Dust Bloods, and it's a Switch 2 exclusive. Very unfortunately. But I don't care. I bought a Switch 2 because I'm going to play the next Souls game. So So I have a brand new Switch 2 sitting right over here on the charging dock that I pretty much haven't touched since I bought it, because I bought it for the next Souls game, and that's all it's for. And it's not out yet. So did I tell you how the issue would you started? Oh yeah. Spoilers were unavoidable. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess especially if when it was new, yeah, it'd be really hard to just get into the DS games. Which ones would you recommend starting? Um Honestly, probably Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring, I think are pretty acceptable. But if you really want to do it, you start with Demon Souls, and then you go to Dark Souls 1, and then Dark Souls 2, and then Dark Souls 3. Uh, but especially Elden Ring, it's just so much more polished. Uh, I feel like it's a little easier to get into. It's still very difficult. It's very challenging, but it's probably a good place to start, just to, and there's not like an order anyway, so you can play them out of order. That's fine. You're not gonna like spoil anything or miss anything if you play it in a different order. But especially look for like if they have a Steam sale or something, or you only play on Xbox. But if you can get like get in on one of the sales where you get multiple of the games for a discounted price. If you get past that initial learning curve, I mean, there's hundreds of hours in each of those games that you can get out of them. So they're definitely worth the money. Which I need to get back to. I did Dark Souls 1 on my channel, and I started Dark Souls 2, and then I think Path of Exile, like it always does, distracted me, and I stopped playing it. I need to get back to doing those. There's just so many games to play and not enough time to play them all. Two Remnants. I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do some Delirium for a while. Switch it up a little bit. See, a lot of the games have a lot of replayability. Kind of want to start with Elden Ring because you love the open world games where you just have the freedom to do what you want. Yeah, and I think it's the most user friendly one too, right? There's a lot of jank in the older ones. There's a lot of jankiness that you kind of have to deal with, but the one thing of advice that I would give you is the game can be very cheap and unfair, or at least it can feel that way. Do not be afraid to be cheap and unfair back, because it's baked into those games. There's a reason why you are able to do that. So don't feel bad for using, people say, oh, don't use spells or don't, yeah. Do what you got to do to get through them. Doing like challenge runs and stuff can come later. So yeah, don't be afraid to be cheap back. Let's see. Let's do. guess should I do... Let's do something like this, I suppose. Two random modifiers. No, that's an expensive one though. We need to put that. Yeah, Elden Ring's definitely a good place to start, I would say. All right, where there was a delirium down here somewhere. Here it is. Like games where you get, it can feel BS until you get skilled and just realize just skill issue. One game you loved was Metal Gear Rising. At first felt like BS, then you start to figure it out. That's funny you bring that game up. Because that game actually broke me. I gave up on that game. And I had people in the stream were asking, we were talking about it, because I bought the collector's edition, and it's this really sweet, I don't know what you call them, electrostatic lamps, you know, where you touch it and the little lightning bolts follow your fingers, and it's got his sword in the middle of it. It's really fucking cool. And I posted that in, I think I put it in my Discord. Let me see. Where did I put that? Yeah, here it is. This guy is my Metal Gear Rising collector's edition lamp. That said, and it was a long time ago whenever it came out, but I gave up on that game. I should revisit it for sure. Start on hard mode because you don't know why, but you end up going through it and definitely taught you quick. Also, taught you quick. Things sick as hell. Yeah, dude, it's one of the cooler collector's editions I've ever gotten. A really cool game. I just didn't. I didn't have the. I didn't have the staying power. I got hair in my mouth. At the time. I think I got pretty far too, but I know I didn't finish it however far I was. But yeah, for sure. If you can get through that game and on hard mode, you can get through you're ready for the Souls games. And a lot of it is straight up just a skill issue. The bosses telegraph stuff. They make sounds or they make motions, usually both. There's counterplay. There's you know, elemental weaknesses, other things. There's summons. There's all kinds of different ways that you can deal with a situation in the Souls games. And you'll have some that are just straight up super hard. I know there's one in Elden Ring. I can't remember his name, but he's like he almost looks like a sunflower, like a giant sunflower boss, and he has 3 phases. and he's so difficult. So you're fighting him and he's destroying you, and then you finally kill him. And this is normal in Souls games. And you finally kill him, and then his bar fills back up, and you realize, oh, that was only the first phase. And you have to do that 3 times. And he just gets harder and harder each time. And it's pretty much like you don't kill that dude until you learn exactly what he's going to do. The game forces you to become an expert at that boss fight in order to beat him, for the most part. And I fought that guy for, I think, like 14 hours or something like that. It was a lot. And then on the attempt that I finally killed him, it was like perfect. Like, he didn't even touch me for the most of it. It was perfectly executed, and I was ready for every single thing that he was doing from all of my training. Which is another one of the things I love about those games too, because the amount of like pure overwhelming joy that I felt once I finally defeated that boss. There's I don't know. It's really hard for games to replicate that kind of feeling that the Souls games can give you. Like, I'm not a very easily excitable person. I don't like jump out of my chair. But that shit will make me jump out of my chair in excitement once I do it. And then I'll, like, run around the house beating my chest, and it'll make me do things I wouldn't normally do. Such a good game. All of them are. You could argue, this one's better, that one's better. To me, that's irrelevant. They're all kind of in their own class, and they're all great. So it doesn't really matter which one's better. They're all just amazing. Have you played any of the Kingdom Heart games? Seems like Elden Ring is the game that'll make you lose your shit for a while, but keep going and you get addicted. Yeah. Elden Ring eases you in a little better too. Like, it's, if you just start in the area that you start in, for the most part, the encounters are easier. But you're also in that game more than welcome to just go straight to the harder content. So you may get lost and go, the wrong way, but there is no correct way, really. And I haven't played Kingdom Hearts. I watched my wife play some. She's a big Kingdom Hearts fan, but I haven't played myself. Not that I never wanted to. I just never got around to it. What? There we go. Now I should do damage. When it comes to games with multiple entries, I usually just play the recommended ones. Personally, like, if another game is objectively better, yeah. Yeah, start with Elden Ring, get through that, and then just pick one after that. It don't matter. And Elden Ring is a very, very big game, so you'll have a while before you're ready for the next one anyways. especially if you do everything. Like when I played Elden Ring, there's optional bosses, but they're not optional to me. You have to kill all of them, and there's like, I don't know, 260 or something. Like there's a lot. I got to do them all. Same thing with the rest of the games. There's optional bosses and areas, not optional to me. We got a death rune. Oh, we got an opulent. But yeah, you'd be doing yourself a disservice by not picking up any of the Souls games and playing them. You're missing out big time on some of the greatest games ever made by one of the greatest to ever do it, our Lord and Savior Miyazaki. Ever played Destiny 1 and 2? Yeah, I played both. Not a ton. I think I played more of 2 than 1. I don't like those good enough. I just don't really like I don't like a lot of first person perspective games these days. Like I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike and stuff like that back in the days. And I know that's not the same. It's not the same kind of game, but I don't know. I guess in my older years I have grown to not like the first person perspective as much as I used to. But I do like you know, cuz it's like FPS Diablo or FPS PoE basically. You know, random loot stuff. I enjoy my random loot games for sure. There's this thing's broken. Why isn't it working? Weird. Were they all the way down there? No, the things are just not working. Yeah, there's a lot of games I really want to play, especially on stream, but unfortunately, I just can't I can't play them all. And then my gaming, even before I was streaming and stuff, Path of Exile is always notorious from taking me away from everything. And Path of Exile never stops. So like, especially now, like PoE 1 comes out with a new league and there's all new stuff to do. I want to play it. I spend like, I don't know, 3 weeks to 2 months, depending on how good it is doing that. And then right around that time, Path of Exile 2 comes with a new update. And then I spend 3 weeks to 2 months with that. And then right around that time, Path of Exile 1 comes back again. And they try to keep you in this infinite loop of new stuff so that you never go away. And it works. First person Warframe, both the looter shooter genre. Destiny 2 seems closer to World of Warcraft, you had to describe. Yeah, I could see that. I've definitely played more Warframe than either of the Destinies. I haven't played Warframe in a long time, but I have several thousand hours in that game. I put it up Warframe up there with PoE as well, as far as the free to play model. Like they're the leaders and the free to play, proving that a free to play game can be very good and also competitive at the same time. Because I never needed to pay for Warframe. I love the game so much. I spent money on it all the time. And I never felt bad about spending money on it because it was going to a game that I love. So it was fine. Is P1's game that's still getting updates and content or just small patches? No. It still gets full updates. So they do leagues, is what they call them in these games. And it's about every 3 to 4 months. There's a new league, and in the new league they'll introduce a whole new mechanic, and usually the whole new mechanic also comes with a lot of nerfs and changes to the skills, and it comes with new skills, and then they change existing stuff in the game. Like this one that's coming Friday, the patch notes are huge. There's a lot going on. And they do the same on PoE too. It's about an every 3 to 4 month cycle. So they just released a whole bunch of new stuff for PoE 2. And in 3 to 4 months, they'll do it again. And they always do that. They keep doing that. And then I always play leagues, and in leagues you start all over. So I don't have any gear or any characters. You start from scratch every single time. Every 3 to 4 months, you start completely over. And it's great. It's great. I love it. And usually they're pretty good. Sometimes they're a miss. Sometimes a PoE league will come out and I try it, and a week or 2 weeks in, I'm just not feeling it. And that's okay. So I'll just use that time to play something else that I've been wanting to play. Because I know the next one, they're going to come back with something better. Because usually it's pretty good. Usually. They do have some misses, though. Sometimes they miss, but they're certainly designed to be played forever. And they both get the same updates. Kind of like seasons in Diablo, permanent changes in mechanics. Yeah, it's just like the seasons. That's where Diablo got their seasons from. What am I league starting? What's up, Mally? For 1 second. Yeah, it's a lot like the seasons, but the mechanics don't always stay. It just depends. So like sometimes they won't keep them in, sometimes they'll keep them in to the main core game. It just kind of depends on how it goes, but they use that to experiment, which is really cool. For League Starter, I don't know. I kind of want to do Luminary. Is it Luminary? I want to be an Orabot, I think. I think it's My only problem is I think it's going to be very good, but I don't think it's going to be good in the way that I want. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's going to blow screens up like I prefer. I know it'll do screens, but I don't know if it's going to be screeny enough for me. Either way, it looks like a lot of fun. You're going to do Winter Orb or Merc support? Yeah, Winter Orb looks pretty good too. I thought about doing Mamba as well, but then I'm like, I have to get a Beano's kitchen knife on league start. I don't know. I think maybe Merc into something else would probably be just fine. The league looks pretty sweet though. I'm down for some underwater treasure hunting, whatever the fuck's going on. It did look like they didn't they nerf quite a few in-game farms though this time? Well, I don't know. I guess without Mirage, like everything's gonna feel nerfed, right? So it's kind of just bound to happen unless I guess it depends on how great the mechanic is. Yeah, Mirage is just it's just too OP. So it's gonna hurt probably not having Mirage. Which is probably why it should go. So I don't think it's the wrong choice. Not happy with the patch notes, but there were good changes. I haven't really read them. I watched a bit of who was I watching? Oh, Poop Butts. I was watching Butts go through the patch notes. So I kind of got some of it there, but I think you know how I am. I don't even really care. I just kind of jump into it and decide at the last minute what it is I'm going to be doing. But I don't see a way with, and I saw Lance made a video, but I don't see how the Merc build isn't going to be really good, especially I think early on. Assuming they're anywhere close to where they were before, I feel like they're going to be better than what they were before. It's going to be a straight up monkey boss, PoE 2 monkey boss type of situation, I think. I got my broken ritual here. You have to download one since it's on Xbox. Yeah, one's free on Xbox. For trade, it'll be amazing probably. SSF, not sure. Yeah. Yeah, I still don't have those hard mode worries. I don't have to worry about those types of things. I get to cheat all I want. I just have to, you know, slam my head at essence walls until I get enough money to solve my problems. You're going to start softcore this league? You're still going to do SSF though, right? I don't know why. I don't know why I can't just convince myself to start doing SSF. I don't know why. I have no excuse. I played it before in the Gauntlet events. It's just for whatever reason weak-willed. Yeah, that's probably whatever reason. Every time I get there and I talk myself up and I'm like, yeah, that sounds like fun. You know, I'll continue. I'll continue the league. Nice lighting. Oh, thanks. That's just my that's my my what are they called? Magovies. I don't like all the bright lights. I got a nice chill low light kind of vibe. But yeah, yeah, just weak build, really. Where I'm not getting those simulacrums. And I even thought like, because this is getting kind of boring. But then I ended up getting some major upgrades, so it kind of keeps me going. But I'm like, oh, I'll start playing SSF to stretch the league out. And usually, about the time I think about doing that, I end up just quitting the league instead. It's great. Been outside for about a month. Haven't been on the PC, so you ready for some PoE? Try so hard to be interested in PoE too. It's getting there. Even if they didn't get you this time, it's getting there. I'm glad you got some time away though. Hopefully you feel refreshed. Gonna go for now. I got stuff to do. Let's talk to you. Is that statue or a figure Sephiroth in the back? Oh no. No, that's Elden Ring. That's Melania. That's the Elden Ring lady. I turned the light on, but it's all the way on the other side of the room. I have to show off. I have to do a toy stream. But yeah, that's from the Elden Ring collector's edition. But yeah, PoE 2's. I don't know. Obviously, I was still playing this league, but man, it's getting there, and it's getting better rapidly. Got to start SSF. Can always migrate currency to trade later. Yeah, maybe that's my problem. And I know too, for like streaming purposes, I think for the most part, unless you're like big dog guide maker guy, that people prefer hardcore SSF. Because I don't think I'm going to be finding any secret builds to peddle my streaming wares. It's just not very likely that I'm going to be doing that. Don't worry about HC, not yet. Yeah, I'm fine with saving that for the gauntlet events are a given. Yeah, see you later, Matthew. Thanks for hanging out, dude. I'll see you next time. I'm pretty sure the next gauntlet event I'm gonna take the whole time off of work, and I'm gonna go super hard. That's my plan. Because like, while I don't really like HC, I don't really like hardcore. I really like the gauntlet events. I don't know what the difference is. I guess maybe it's the it's less permanent, I suppose. Maybe it's because it's a shorter event. Plus, it has the bonus. You could win for me, it would be like the microtransactions. That's what I'd want to win. But a graphics card, I guess, would be cool. And I'm probably never gonna win that shit, but it's very cool that they do that, and you can get entered into drawings for reaching certain milestones in the game. Gotta be sick. Yeah, dude. I definitely want to I went pretty hard on the last one. So probably won't happen this league. You don't think so? I really hope they. I mean, I don't know how much the support is for all of that, but God, they should have one for every league for both games. I said in the past that they're not every league. Well, I know they've been getting more popular though, so hopefully that leads to more frequent gauntlet events. I mean, shit. If I had to pay, if I had to pay $20, I would totally do that. I would put money into the pot just to be able to enter it and to make it happen. I bet you there's a lot of people that would do that actually. But I don't think they're going to ask that of the players, but I would do it. I would pay $20 to do that in a heartbeat. I'd probably pay more. Just don't tell them. You agree? Yeah. It's just I don't know. I don't know. There's like some sort of there's just something you get out of that I don't get out of PoE when I play it any other time. It's almost like a whole new game for me. Ooh, why is he so tanky? What are you eating? Hey, bro, I've had like the worst PoE2 league. Uh, I miss every craft, every corruption. I miss every expensive item. Like it's been so bad. I'm still playing it though. I'm still having fun. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you my ring here in a second. Yeah, I've been getting straight up robbed in this game. Like to the point where it's like, is it broken? I don't feel like statistically this is possible. Yeah, yeah. It's like, I don't know what happened. Like I should have way. I mean, my gear is pretty crazy. I'm sure you can see that, but my gear should be so much better than what it is right now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I set out to craft a ring, right? This is the ring. It's like a lot's happening. Yeah. Yeah, it's all stuff that I don't have to do, so it's great. But I I I dropped this ring from Breach. I fractured it myself. I crafted the prefixes. Uh and then I wanted specifically cast speed, all res, and rarity for the suffixes. And you can control that in this game, right? It's just very expensive to reroll specifically just suffixes. And you can buy this ring for, I don't know, even with lower rolls, 620 divines, right? It's a good ring, but I probably spent 1,200 divines crafting this fucking ring. Like, not even exaggerating. Like, so much. And then it got to the point where I was like, okay, I just need to stop and just buy one. But then I was like, no, it's personal now. It's personal. I'm going to make this no matter what. And even then, I still had to settle for tier 2 cast speed. I still had to settle 1200 divines in. Where did the div come from? I got most of mine from Expedition. Just Expedition has just a lot of raw currency, and then there's an item that you can get that's worth like 50 div in the expeditions. And then a lot of the other money is just big spikes from certain bosses, the support gems. And you can kind of target farm them. So like I was running at Siri for a while, because at Siri drops, is it these ones? She drops, where is it at? At Siri's Communion, support skills reserve percentage of your maximum life. So you get a free reservation. And you just need one to drop, and that's 400 divines. And there's a bunch of these supports that are worth like 300, 400 divines. That's really where a lot of it comes. And then there's crafting. Like I crafted a bunch of stuff and sold it, but not hardcore crafting. But then there's like Garocons. That one's 500. And there's ways you actually stack Waystone drop chance actually affects the drop chance of these on the bosses that drop them. So you stack a bunch of Waystone drop chance, and then there's like one of the masters. Yeah, this one gives a 50% increased chance to drop them. Not a Belton enjoyer, not mirror crafting. I've heard of Belton, but I've never seen. I don't know who that is. I know he's a guy. He's a streamer or a PoE guy, but I don't know. The only B PoE I know is Ben. And clearly I am not a mirror crafter. I am not cut out for mirror crafting. And I crafted this. I crafted this. I crafted these. I crafted this too. So I crafted basically everything I could on my character. So I'm almost sort of playing SSF. Cringe Lord moved to PoE 2 because he got bullied out of PoE 1 and he just crafts and grinds on stream. I did not know that. Didn't know there was a bully lore behind the guy. But PoE 2 crafting is just kind of shit. It's like here's how an item starts for me. I find a base and I'm like, cool. I'll use transmutation. All right. So I just lost one prefix because that's not useful. And then if it's good enough, I'll buy a perfect regal. Oops. I'll do it just for example. Oh, okay. So I got tier 3 increased spirit. That's pretty good. Because the only thing you really use these for is spirit sticks. You can see mine has 212 spirit on it. Plus it has mana regen, intelligence. So it has like all relevant stats. I don't even know if like I'm pretty sure my scepter is like really good. Like the mentality, collect bases instead of alts. Yeah, dude, I hate it. Crafting sucks. Scepters are only spirit sticks. Yep. Unless you're playing minions. If you're not playing minions, then yeah, you only want really the only useful stats you can get is spirit and mana stuff. That's about it. But this one's pretty good. So I'm like, okay, the the second there's 2 spirit rolls you can get, and I have one open prefix. So I go in here and I'll desecrate and use this to guarantee a prefix. It's not going to hit. Oh yeah, I didn't. I'm glad you brought that up. I forgot I was playing Undertale and I moved my camera. Oops. Here we go. Yes, you need lots of spirit. Yeah, I've been playing Undertale. I don't know if you played Undertale. But it's a fucking sweet game, dude. Yes, I need a lot of spirit. I have 406 spirit, and I have 5 of it unreserved. But yeah, so I'll desecrate prefix, hoping that I can get spirit. Mana regen is relevant. So for the bottom 2 suffixes, my next best bet is this will make my next Exalt orb give me 2 mods. So it'll save me. I could use a perfect, but I'm not going to use a perfect. So we fill the rest. All right. So we got intelligence. Attribute requirements can be good for non-int based builds, I guess, that are trying to use these, but it's probably not. All right. So I have 2 bad stats and 3 good stats. I'm only hitting T3 is my worst. So I'm using let me pause this so I can so they instead of, they have different tiers. So there's orb of transmutation, greater, and perfect. As they give you better chances. You can still roll super low tier on even using the perfect ones, but it doesn't happen very often. And like greater exalt orbs are super cheap. So pretty much you just always use these. You don't even use regular exalted orbs at this point in the league, but so yeah, that's why it's all T3, because I've used perfect or greater what you call it. But then you go down here, and so this will let me roll my desecrate twice when I go to the fucking worm thing. What's his name? The lurking creature guy. So now that I have that active, we reveal. We're looking for more spirit. The mana would be nice, but okay, so I think this is like tier 5 spirit. So not great. So I've just started the base of the item, essentially. It's tier 6, so even worse. 170 spirit, though. Not bad for a budget option. And then mana regen. Okay, so it's worth less than what I just spent. Like maybe at the beginning of the league. It's like, okay, so this item is essentially trash. Now I have to find another base. And you can do other things. So like when I was doing this ring, T5 hybrid. Yeah, where's the scours? Right? But you don't have scours. You just have Orb of Annulments. That's the only option you have. And Orb of Annulments are fucking expensive. 256 exalts. So like basically a divine, which they're a lot cheaper than what they were. A little less than a divine. But then the issue we have, like when I was making this ring, I got my prefixes done first. So I needed my prefix. I needed my mana, my increased mana to not change. And in order to do that, you have to have Orb of Annulments. Great. Then the next thing you need, and I don't have any because I always use them. You need rituals. So you need either whittling, which your Chaos Orb will remove the lowest level modifier. And I used a lot of these. So say I get me a whittling to use my use a chaos orb. A whittling is 11 divines for one. You're like, okay, well, we could do something else. So I have a bad suffix. I only need to fix my suffixes. So I could use textural annulment, which my next orb of annulment will only remove suffixes, right? Cool. It's 11 divines for one shot. So you can see how I lost my 1200 div really fast. And then you're like, okay, those are too expensive. So we can do a chaos orb will only change a suffix. Oh, what do you know? Those are 12 divines apiece. And so every single time I rolled the wrong mod on here, it's costing me, and they fluctuate a lot. So 10 to 15 divines plus the divine for the orb of annulment for every single roll. And then if you wind up in a spot where like the two tiers are matching, it's a 50-50. So you might have one of the mods you want, but you might hit that one and not the other one and re-roll the mod you want. So you got to start all the way over and you need double that to roll it again. Yeah, it's horrible. Like crafting is so shitty in this game. I mean, you could do it. Like and some are easier. Like these boots I made, super easy. How much time does 15 divine represent? Probably like on a bad day, like 2 or 3 maps, something like that. So I guess it's not horrible, but that's assuming you're doing full sweat, like you're making sure your maps are rolled properly. You're making sure that your tablets are all rolled properly, and you're using the right tablets and the right mechanics. Uh, so yeah, it can still take a while. That's another big complaint I have about too, like the prep work to run and do stuff is way worse than it in one, I think. It's like they added 4 more steps to go and start doing shit. I mean, I think it's really fun once you're there, once you're doing it, but I dread having to roll maps. I dread having to roll tablets. You just have no reference for this game. You can't be fucked. Hey, that's fair. Here, we'll make a headhunter. Nope. And sometimes you get lucky, right? Sometimes you just hit on the first og and transmute, and you can go from there. But like same thing with this helmet. All I wanted, and I crafted this one too. All I wanted was tier 1 to tier 2 energy shield, all my prefixes, and then triple res. That's all I wanted. And I spent probably 400, 500 divines on this shit, and I had to settle on all T3 res. And that's with using the rerolls and using perfect greater chaos, which are like 6 divines a piece, by the way. And I just kept hitting T3s all over the place. Have you enjoying yourself? Saw your buddy doing a bunch of small tornado maps that powered another map and they got nothing. And then he had to do layouts he hated. It was like, I don't know. Yeah, the travel maps are pretty bad too. Yeah. That happens down here a lot in the expeditions. So like you want these little star ones are the grand expeditions. Those are what you want to be doing. But then every now and then you'll get fucked, and then there's like this one. There's 4 regular maps on the way to get there from the last one, and I don't want to run all those 4 maps. Expedition only in the water. Yes. So you use your logbooks, or here I can show you one. I really like the expedition mechanic actually. It's pretty fun once you get used to it. So you find your logbook, and then when you get to the Atlas, it starts right here, King's March, and you take your boat, and then as you as you do more, you get to the edge, and then you hit your logbook, and then it'll create another set of maps. But the travel nodes are the problem. Like I'm wanting to do expedition, not bullshit maps in between. Which we got a boss. This is the one you're interested if you're able to make it. Yeah, it's yeah. I don't know what's. I mean, and there is an expedition guaranteed in the travel nodes. You can't sell the boss, no. Or well, no, no. Maybe you can. Well, you can't. You can't sell it in a way that you could pack it up and put it on trade. You would have to like do a service, like invite somebody in type of thing. Maybe. I don't know even know if that works. But I mean there's a smaller expedition in each of these, but you don't really want to do that. You want to do these. Like I do everything I can to skip all of this to get to the actual expedition. And you know, the expeditions take time and setup too, because you have to plan all your explosives and shit like that. Which is why I switched to delirium tonight, because I just got tired of sitting the explosives. I don't have any maps. But then there's like, so also when you're doing maps, you have these omens. And really, when you're rolling your maps, you should be using these omens on every single one. So you got the map, you have to alchemy it, and then add 2 exalt orbs, and then you have to use the omen, and then when the omen activated, you have to use a chaos orb to re-roll it, and then you have to corrupt it. Okay, so that's 5 steps for one map. And then after you get your map, you have to get your 3 to 4 tablets, generally 3 unless it's a city. And so you have to alchemy or augment your tablet, and you have to roll it into whatever you want, and then you have to decide if you want a precursor or a ritual or whatever, and you have to roll all of those, and then they only have 10 uses, so you have to prepare those. It's I don't know, there's just a lot of setup, and I'm like, can I just throw all these into a fucking blender and just like spit some shit out, let me go? The setup is quite annoying. So yeah, I have the tablet tab, but that's not where I keep my tablets, because I need to have another place to keep them for my different setups that I have. All right, this was I'm gonna make $100 off of this bad boy. Maybe play at some point, maybe. Well, and I definitely think they'll probably address some of this stuff in the next patch. I hope they do, especially the crafting. Like, why can't I have scours? And so, like the high end crafting, by the way, now is because all of those other things are so expensive. You perfect orb of transmutate, and then you look for a mod you want, and then you annul, and then you effectively lose one because you already used it. So then you augment, and then you annul, and then you augment, and then you annul to get one singular line you want on your item. And then you better be fucking sure, because once you regal, there is no more augmenting and annulling. You're done. Because then you have to annul a rare item and you can't use these anymore. And I don't know, it just feels really shitty, especially when you find a good base. Like I need, what are the gloves? Sorcerer's gloves? No. It's like I really want to drop these unique gloves, right? And I could just buy the item straight out, but I don't want to do that. I want to make the item if I'm going to have it. So I want gloves. I want 2 augmentable sockets. and I want it to be normal. So this is when an item drops exceptional, it comes with 2 sockets uncorrupted. So that's how you can corrupt into 3, right? And I want to say, what is the base energy shield? Oops, not that. 70? Yeah, siren scale. Okay. So we want uncorrupted, unsanctified, siren scale gloves. And so just to get started with my craft, oops, where did my sockets go? 30 divines. So to get the white base item I want, I need 30 divines, which that's actually pretty cheap right now. That's probably already gone. And that's for 54 energy shield. Whereas the next one down is like, I don't know, 40. 4 chaos. So like a fraction of the price. So the 4 chaos is like, I think basically one divine. But to get the highest base, you're gonna have to pay. And then that's just, for a base item. And then you have to use all of this shit to even get started. And then, to make that particular item I would want, I have to use Kohler's Hunt, which lets it roll marksman modifiers. And I don't know, it's just a whole. And so I always just, these are all like the next one down from the highest base because it's just too expensive. It's not worth it to me. Like I'll just have 40 less energy shield because what's the point for that kind of money? And yeah, basically I collect a whole tab of maps and then I corrupt them and craft them all. And then I dread the day that I run out and I have to go back to crafting the maps to run the maps. Which I was hoping I would open up a simulacrum. But then there's some cool. Oh yeah, I forgot you were asking about spirit. So it's like these are free ones, right? So this one gives me pinnacle power, which is what I use to buff myself essentially. It gives you a buff per power charge consumed, 19% elemental damage per power charge. And then discipline comes for free from my scepter. And then the ones I'm paying for is cast on critical, which is 100 spirit. And then I have arc in there, which basically I'm just looking for these to crit, right? And I'm also looking for them to apply elemental elements, which cast on elemental element comment. That's where all that's coming from. And then I have blasphemy as an aura as a curse. Well, you know what that is. That's all PoE. Well, these are all. And then I have a second cast on critical. And the only reason I can afford 2 is because my necklace has cast on critical on it, which is free. So the item has it. You don't have to spend the spirit. So I have 2 cast on crits plus the cast on ailment and then Arctic armor. And then I'm using spark, to fill the screen and crit as much as possible. And then my spark is 18,000 sheet DPS. But then if I get my 8 max power charges and then hit my pinnacle power, it jumps it up to 46k. And that's when it starts getting kind of crazy, on top of my Arctic armor does a bunch of damage, and then this cast on crit is Frost Wall and Ice Nova per hit. Yeah. How many hits per proj lifetime? I don't know. What does it say? I got 20. 20 hits Pierces all targets, chain 2.9 second. No? What do you mean proj lifetime? Well, and then I also have, I mean, I don't really know. I just know it fills the fucking screen and crits the shit out of everything, and then all the cast on crits start going. And I think it's like, I don't know what it was, 80% crit or almost 80% chance to crit. But then because I can't afford them gloves, I have to have base, I have to have capped at 250% crit bonus. Spark can hit and then goes on cooldown until it can hit again. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't, it won't say that in here. You want Proj lifetime so it can bounce and hit the target again after cooldown. I don't know if it has that in this. Because there's no like projectile lifetime on any of the. Oh, it's an invisible text? I don't know. I never knew about that. You know a lot more about that kind of stuff than I do. So yeah, I'm not sure. It definitely gets the job done, whatever it's doing. Above crit hits. Oh, duration? 2.9 seconds. So is that how long? So for 2.9 seconds it can hit, basically? But that doesn't tell me how many times it can hit during that 2.9, right? Yeah, it's not for damage. I was just showing you how that how the pinnacle of power jumps everything up. But in order for me to do that, so I actually have two of the same wand, and I have to get my power charges, and then I have to weapon swap, and then cast pinnacle of power, and then I have to weapon swap back, which is, you know, it does it all automatically. So it's nice that way, but it's really annoying. And there's a way you can build this without doing all of that swapping. But I don't have the gear to swap to it. So like my gear's pretty expensive. In order to do what I'm doing without that pinnacle of power is really fucking expensive. And I've just been kind of having a shit league and not making any money. Builds in the game look so cool. Wish the rest was playable. Yeah. Hey, Totem. I hope you're doing well. I think they're getting there for sure. Just the rate of improvement, you know, compared to where it was and where it's at now, you know, like versus PoE. It's getting really good really fast. Swapping's fine. You know what you're signing up to play in this game. Yeah, and it does work. It's just a little confusing at first. I kind of feel like it's only a matter of time. The swapping's coming for PoE. They're gonna do it to you. You're gonna be swapping. I mean, it's already it's kind of there, but not. You know, people do some swaps for some things. They're gonna make you swap. They're gonna make you swap no matter what you want. You're gonna have to do it. But even then, like I said, I can get out of the swapping on this build. It's just the gear that you need to do it is pretty crazy. You like swapping different skill points per weapon? Shut your whore mouth. I swear they're doing it though. I could have sworn during the reveal somebody said something. They like whispered it. They were like, I can't wait until we put weapon swapping and skill points in PoE. But first we have to remove socket colors. And we can slowly assimilate PoE into PoE 2. No. Hopefully they keep something separate. But yeah, at least the swapping is like fluid, right? Like once you get it set up, like I'm doing weapon swapping. Like right now, I'm doing my weapon swap, but you can't even really tell. It's very fluid. But I'm also vulnerable when I do my weapon swap with this build. So it would be better to get rid of it, at least for this build. New leg meta? Still, oh, I saw that. I saw that shit on the stream too. I'm like, what is he doing? Is his back okay? He should probably use some of that PoE 2 money. Maybe go check out a chiropractor or something. I don't know. It's one of those, like, you know, I remember sitting like that when I was 8 years old in the principal's office. That's how I used to sit. Hey, as long as he's comfortable. Oh, and the other downside to the weapon swap on this build, if I have pinnacle, I don't have pinnacle power up, I don't do damage, just straight up. Good time. All right, dude. Thanks for hanging out. It's where's it at? It's right here. I don't know why it's not the same, but generally it's from 3 minutes to 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So I can spend 8 power charges, and sometimes it like procs or something, and it'll go up for almost 3 minutes. But it's just kind of hard to watch. You know, there's too much shit up here. So I just kind of do it by feel or try to do it every now and then. But like that was a low one. And then the next one I do might be, let's see if I can get it. Yeah, see that one's 2.5 minutes. So now I don't have to worry about it for a while, but it's not always like that. Yep, it goes straight behind the boss health bar. So do the power charges. Because I don't want to use it unless I have 8. So you have to make sure it's up before you start the boss. Yeah, that's one of the... Actually, I didn't even think about that. That's one of the worst parts about this build. It is directly behind the boss health bar. The one thing I need to pay attention to. Hey, look. Our shrine sold, or our scepter sold. Thanks for helping me make all that money. Yeah, dude, get some rest. I'm glad you had some grass. Had a grass break. Glad you're back. Excited for some PoE 1. It's almost time. I think I'm probably gonna just end stream here in a little bit because I got to get up early for Valheim multiplayer tomorrow. One more days till resub. I'll be here. I'll be waiting with my hand out. So can I have a cheeseburger, sir? Yeah, I'm probably gonna raid out here in a little bit. I got Valheim with Bando tomorrow. I have to set an alarm. Otherwise I won't wake up. Oh shit, we just made that was 20 divines right there. 2 Omen of Lights. I can roll my mage blood some more and waste more money on that. Oop, went too far. Oh, well, if that was something else. Or maybe I'm gonna do a couple simulacrums before I end stream. There's the whole reason I started Delirium, and I figured some would just pop up, but that's not what happened. No way this is worth anything. Yeah. Oh, can we get crit, crit? Boom. Oh, never mind. That craft's done. Oh yeah, I was gonna try because of my spirit on my helmet. I was actually gonna try and use one of these. I forgot I tried to corrupt a bunch for Palm of the Dreamer. I was like, dang, I don't want to buy one. I didn't need to buy one because I already have a shitload of them. See, 100 spirit, like 120. I'd be losing. No, that's probably not going to work. Yeah. Uh, uh, life. What is this bear doing in my house? All right. How did you find that? How did you know? Hi, Mims. Okay. Uh, 1 second. I'll be right back. AFK. 1 second. Oh, so when's Kendrick gonna come on the podcast, huh? When's he gonna address the allegations? Huh? I know when the hotline bling. That can only mean one thing. Ever since I left the city, you. I don't know the song. Surprisingly, though, Drake's face is very comfortable to wear. Believe it or not, his skin is so soft. It's some of the softest skin in the world. Oh, here we go. You're dying. Don't die. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Hey, hang on, hang on. You guys want to hear my new song? I'm going to play it for you. Straight from the Canadian motherland. Ever since I left the city, you. All right, now we're gonna get this voices too. I didn't know if it was too cheap, but then I thought if I made it too expensive, Kendrick would never come on the podcast to address the allegations. Kendrick's off being a little bitch. You don't know what it's like growing up in the streets of Canada, eh? The Degrassi whooped that assy. Oh, you know when hotline bling? That can only mean one thing. I know when hotline bling. That can only mean one thing. Kendrick would never know the struggle of starting a new season on Poo 2. That man never started anything in his life other than shit with me. Just a hater. You never listen as far as the song. This is the only song I think I've ever heard of Drake. I have a friend of mine he's mostly into like I don't know, deathcore and like a hardcore mega jazz core. He likes genres with core in the name. Really, really likes this song for some reason. And like this song comes on, and he starts jamming. It's a yes, clowncore. Well, I like clowncore. Clowncore's got one of the best drummers. Oh wait, yeah. Drake, everybody. Everybody thank Drake for coming on the podcast. Whew, man. I told that asshole to get his own stream. And he was like, hey, I'm gonna let you finish. But Drake had the best podcast this year. Sorry, that's the wrong Drake. I've been off of my meds. Incredible. That's probably the best like $12 I ever spent. Who would have known? Getting Drake on your podcast was only $12.99. Next day shipping. Wow. Isn't Amazon great? Drake log. I'm definitely going to get I need to have like an arsenal because that one turned out so good. I was like, oh, I gotta get some more of these. Not to mention, so it came in the mail, right? And I'm all super excited, and no one else. I snuck outside and I got it, and then I just put it on. And my wife and my daughter are in the bathroom getting ready because they went to go hang out at the Amish town or whatever the hell they were doing today. And so I just walked in there and I'm leaning on the doorway, the bathroom, and I'm just talking to them and they're doing hair and then finally my daughter looks over and she looks like she's seen a ghost. She looks genuinely terrified. And she's like, "Why are you pranking me, bro? Why are you pranking me?" I'm just like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Why do you got that mask on?" And I was like, "This ain't no mask. Your dad is gone." She figured it out, but you could tell. You could tell on her face that the visual of that mask disturbed her in some sort of way. Something wasn't right. Something was afoot. And another way I know that that's true is because afterwards, and I took it off, and I just sat it on my desk. She never asked to put it on. She didn't ask to see it. She didn't ask to hold it. She didn't bring it up at all. And that is very unlike her. I think in her mind, she's like, keep that shit away from me. What did Miss Deckett said to it? She just called me stupid. She thought it was stupid the whole time. She thought she was laughing though. I don't think she understands. It's like, I gotta have a good redeem, you know? And she just doesn't get it. Like, just wait. Just wait until your garden stream gets going. Because you're gonna be gardening in a Whitney Houston mask. Or a pink mask, maybe. Maybe Britney Spears. She really likes pink, so I'm gonna go with pink. To give you such a mood boost to get through your Sunday for real, as Ginger was so good. Oh, I'm glad. It was fun. I don't dance on stream. All right, I had to pay a dancer to get here to boost the mood. That's how dedicated I am. Slim Mace. I think I got to get a Kanye one. And honestly, and I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but dance log for 20K. Oof. It had to be Drake a dance. I can't dance without a mask on. I'm a private dancer. But honestly, what I wanted to do, because I wasn't sure if I was going to add it today, because I got it yesterday, I think. Or no, it was today. I don't know. We just had a bunch of shit's been going on, so I didn't stream last couple days. But I'm like, well, if I'm going to wear a Drake mask, I have to learn how to imitate Drake. So I was going to watch like interviews and look up like shit Drake says. You found it because Twitch notifies you that when there's a new one. Oh, god damn it, Twitch. Why would they do that? That makes no sense. I'm just out here advertising my stuff when I didn't ask. Fool me once, Twitch. Shame on you. Let's see. Right here. Oh, wait. Oh. Boom. Oh, wait. These do work? Hold up. I'm so confused now. Oh, they don't. I must have clicked. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, Twitch didn't tell me that when I put the thing in. It wasn't like, we're going to notify everybody. Here, I just thought you were checking every day for the hotline bling. Here, we're going to have to listen to... I need to learn some more Drake. I'm going to listen to a Drake song. I mean, yes, it... You do check sometimes. I need to add more exciting things. They say Drake is a lyrical genius if you peel back all the pop layers. That's what they say. Right? That's what I heard. Do you hear it coming through? You peel back top layer, you're just hiding under it. He's just a white boy from the burbs. It's gonna be some undertailing? Probably not. I was actually gonna end stream soon. And I got early Valheim. Got a early Valheim tomorrow, so probably not next stream, but the stream after that. I don't know. I'll message you on Discord to make sure. Make sure you're here, for sure. But I got to get it done too, because there's a new PoE league on Friday, so you know what that means. There hasn't been enough PoE. Gamer time, exactly. Which I don't know. I kind of thought I was gonna do that with PoE 2. Like I was thinking, okay, because you know PoE is a pretty rough category, but I don't know. I feel like I generally have enough people come around that it's not so boring. But like maybe I just mostly play PoE in my time, and then play like other cool games on stream. But then I just wind up playing PoE 2 the whole time. So I don't know. We'll just have to see. And if the PoE 1 league is an absolute banger, I'm just not going to be able to help myself. What the fuck? This is not Drake. Come here regardless of what I play? Yeah. I appreciate it. Thanks for being a supportive supporter. Okay, so that last song was absolutely fucking terrible. Drake song. Like I almost couldn't listen to the whole thing. So at least so far, this one doesn't sound like my 8-year-old nephew made it on his leapfrog. Well, who's that? That's not Drake. Uh-oh, I need charges. Yeah, I know. He sounds like my 8-year-old nephew. Seen a clip of him hurling a slipper at a drone? No. Oh, there he is. What the fuck is a slipper? Like, oh, like a shoe. I don't know why in my mind I was thinking of something entirely different. I was thinking like a drink or like a drug or something. Who's he looking back? Oh, god damn. Dude, look where you were at. Just deal with the drone. Someone found it in the river. Oh, wait. Are you sure? What is this? How do I zoom? What's he looking at? Oh, they probably sold that slipper too, huh? How dare you spy on me in my $15 million balcony? Trickle down economics. That's exactly right. Is that a Yeezy? I know, right? Oh, it's got a nice weight to it. You know, this is a balanced slipper. Wild. You know, somebody probably paid $10,000 for that fucking slipper. So it's a lot of auto tune. He's mad and insecure. He's sensitive. He's the sensitive type. Or wait, or is this a different guy? Or is this more Drake? Hey, 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 hey. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Yeah, it's definitely some blending. One fish, red fish. Two fish, blue fish. Knick knack, patty whack. Give a dog a bone. Dang, didn't get rich. I gotta turn that off. No more Drake. I'm gonna have to watch like interviews. I don't know if I can do it. I'm not an impersonator, but I should learn how to impersonate Drake. I gotta practice his mannerisms. I gotta become Drake. You think I got no subscribers now? Just wait until they become Drake. They just fool everyone. Real orange slipper giveaway coming soon. Uh, uh, I missed. Uh, uh, bang. Max life. Get out of here. All right, that's it. Gotta get up early tomorrow. Got Valheim with Bando. And honestly, I just tried all kinds of stuff. Got the fence people. I gotta do backyard stuff. Yeah, well, I guess that's really about it. Good stream, good Drake. I'm glad you caught up at the very end before I got off, so that you could discover the secret hotline bling. Because that can only mean one thing. Let's see. Let's go raid somebody. We'll say goodnight to the YouTube peoples. Good night, YouTube peoples. Bye-bye.